Go ahead and do week 11. Go ahead and put your first and last name on top of where it says History of Transportation and number your pages, page 1, page 2, page 3, and on the very back, page 4. Turn back to page 1. We're going to go ahead and read this week's article. It's going to be about history of transportation. So that means how transportation has changed through time. So at first we began like walking, and then they invented wagons and ships, and then cars and airplanes and trains, so we can get around faster. So we're going to read this subtitle called "Are We There Yet?" And the section is going to be about that title. Have you ever been on a trip and asked a question, are we there yet? Probably so. Many people have always seemed eager to get from one place to another. So the word eager means like you can't wait to get there. It's been that way since ancient times. Transportation has always been important to people and communities. Long ago, people had to walk to get from place to place. They soon learned to use animals to help them. Then people learned more about the world. They invented ways to help them go farther, faster. After the invention of the wheel, people began to use wagons and carts. So here's the wagons to help them get to one place to another. Transportation made it much easier. It was easier to move goods too, so they could carry heavy things a lot easier from one place to another. People learned to build small boats and larger ships to travel on the water. It was now easier for people to get far away places that were near waterways. So they built these ships so they could travel through water, so they could go across much faster. This meant that most of the world's early communities were built near oceans and rivers. So their homes were built near water so they could travel easier from one place to another. For many centuries, human transportations really did not change much. In the 15th and 16th centuries, people from Europe sailed in ships and discovered the land that is now the Americas. Before long, many people sailed across the ocean in ships to settle the new land. These early communities all were located near waterways where they landed. They used animals and wagons to move from place to place to place on land. They began making paths and roads for people to travel. Most people lived their whole lives in the same communities. America grew quickly. More and more people came to settle the land of the East Coast. The people wanted to find out what adventures awaited for them in the West. In only a few decades, the world's changed forever as people invented new methods of transportation. In this issue, you will learn more about the ways communities have met people's needs for transportation over time. You will learn about the different methods of transportation and about people who have helped change the way we get from place to place. You will find out if we are there yet. So go ahead and get your social studies questions and do the questions on the board. Go ahead and get started.